Hey everybody, it is Darin from Lilley's Landing, and today is Wednesday the 29th, June 29th. I'm going to do the one cast for you today. So I came just above the resort. Short Creek is just above me on the left. Ooh, that'll stay. Just above me on the left, and I'm going to fish it. There's like half a generator going, so there's a little bit of flow. I'm going to fish this flat right down here. And I've got a pink powerbait worm under a float. And I think that's maybe 5 foot. I should probably go a little deeper. I just don't want it to go get in the bottom. I set it a hole 2 inches deeper. And I'm going to fish this flat. So between here and Trout Hollow, there's a big flat right here. And it's one of my favorite places to fish when the water's like this. So we will see what happens here. And I'm just going to drift with the current. Pretty simple. I got the 1/48 ounce jig head on that powerbait worm. And then the float, I just have one of our carrot floats. Right here it's a little deep. The flat kind of starts, another 20 yards below me, 30 yards below me. All I'm gonna do is just drift with the current, see what happens. Fishing reports today, I haven't heard a whole lot. I didn't get here until 11:30 this afternoon, or this morning, I guess. There was a couple people that came in for trophies, I think, today, before I got there. Yeah, I'm not even deep enough right now. It's not bad out right now. It's sunny. Little wind upstream. Yes, sir? I don't know. I just started. Yeah, I just started. That was my second. I just had a bite on a pink power worm.
Pink power worm?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Just under a little float. It's set like 5 foot.
What?
I got it set like 5 foot.
Very nice. Now I know.
Yeah. Little rainbow. He's a little guy. Still got baby markings on him. There we go. A lot of times I don't pull that float all the way under either. It was just barely under the surface. First one I missed because I was talking to him and I looked back and it was under a little bit. Hopefully we'll catch some more here. I want to be kind of close to this bank, and the wind's blowing me that way, but not that close. I'm just trying to match my speed to my float. Nope. He came off. He was another little one. So right here, I'm drifting. There's a hump right here in this flat. And I'm drifting right over the top of it. And that side, there's a little drop off, like a little trough between there and the bank. And then on this side, it gets a little bit deeper. And the hump is maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot, not even 2 foot, probably 1.5 feet shallower than the rest of the area. Sometimes they sit on it. Most of the time they're on that other side of it though. Oh, that's a sucker. Almost thought that was a trout. That was a sucker. If they don't need it within a minute or two, just reel it in and recast it. A lot of times it's when it's fallen when they eat it. Something in the woods. Everything's grown up so much you can't see in there. Ooh, saw a good flash there. Ooh, missed that one. So I just made a fatal mistake. Set my hook up. Because a lot of times with this, they eat it and they're just getting the tail. And if you can set the hook to the side, it keeps your float. He's trying to eat it right now. I'm watching him. If you set the hook to the side, and I can see my pink worm down there, 5 foot. I'm watching it. There's a fish. He was trying to eat it, and he didn't eat it all the way. But if you set your hook to the side, it'll keep your float on the water and keep your jig, your pink worm, whatever you're using, in front of the fish longer. So if you miss them the first time, a lot of times they'll just sink right back down in front of them and they'll eat it again. But that time I set the hook up, pulled it 10 feet from him, which I think he still came over and chased it and was trying to get it, but fix my worm anyway. Oh, just missed one. Eat it all the way. I'm probably too close to the boat. Nope, little guy chasing it. Reeling in, real little one. Could probably go a little deeper. So I can see the bottom real clear, and I can see my pink power worm. I'm like 2 foot off the bottom, it looks like. And I'm pushing fish where I want to be fishing. So I usually stop once I get past these dead trees right here. And I'll just go back up and do that drift again. See, I caught 2 fish there and missed 2 others. In that short little section. I mean, that's all I do right there. run back up. And we're back. A lot of times I'll just use a trolling motor to run back to say run back up, but drive back up here. Again, now I gotta go backwards to match the speed of my float. Make sure I don't have too much line on the water. This time I'm gonna be a little bit farther out than I was. The wind's not pushing me over there. Wind stopped for now. I don't know if it said what time it was, but it is 3:40 in the afternoon right now. It's usually about the worst time to go fishing. So where my float is where my boat was last drift, so we'll see the difference here. Usually they hug that bank, not hug it, but are closer. So now I'm casting on almost on straight on top of the hump that's over there. Fish is trying to eat my float. Fish wasn't about the same size as the other one, 10 inches, trying to eat a 2-inch float. A lot of midges right now around my face. I'm watching my power bait worm right now because I can see it more than my float. If I couldn't see that, I just watch my float. But oh, come on, eat it! And there's a fish trying to eat it. There's a couple fish down there trying to eat it. Eat it all the way. There it is. Oh, I have too much line out. So what happens when you have too much line out? You can't set the hook. And I watched that fish eat it and swim with it, and still didn't get him. Here he comes. It disappeared. Oh, my worm's messed up, darn it. So there was 2 or 3 fish down there just doing circles, and one finally took off with it. I should have hooked the first one, but I had way too much line. I wasn't paying attention to that. So right now I can barely see my pink power bait worm, but get a little higher. It's a good little school up there. At about 15 feet, too much line sitting on the water. Eat it. Oh, he's looking at it. Wind's pushing me right into it. I do have 6X tippet on here, so now I've cast far enough where I can't see the worm, so I've got to watch my float, which might be better. I won't get so trigger happy that way. I can see it now, but I probably need to go another foot deeper. The little guy. He didn't even eat it, he just came up to a nice little high flinch. He ate it, and I completely got him. So that one I just watched my worm, and yeah, that was cool. Wasn't even watching my float. He inhaled it and spit it out. I saw it when he spit it out, and then he came back and ate it again. Oh, this boat is gonna be hot. Well, he did the death roll and tangled everything up in there. She, I should say. Rainbow. You're free. Didn't realize, that fish didn't realize she was unhooked. Alright, so we're at those trees. I'm gonna set a little bit deeper. It's like another foot deeper. I'll go back up again. So if those guys were drifting, I wouldn't have done that. I would have waited till they went by and then came in above them. But they've been sitting there, so they're not drifting. Try her again here. So this time I went a little bit closer to the bank. I'm still not quite as close as I wanted to be. But we'll see here. So I have my trolling motor set pretty low, and I'm just bumping just bumping it, because it doesn't take much to get you going. So now I've set that just 1.5 feet deeper-ish, and I can't see. Oh, there it is. I can barely see it. Fish trying to eat it, and he ate it, and I was watching it and not watching. That's what happens. Wasn't sure if it disappeared, and it did, and saw my float move out of the corner of my eye. Now I can see it pretty good. Darn it. Well, they're eating it. About the same size as the last one here. Oh, this sailboat's gonna be really hot. Oh, that hurt. Still hooked them pretty good. I should have smashed the barb on it. That's what I should have done. Here we go. Another little rainbow. Oh man, the boat is hot. Touches my leg and that hurts. All right, I think we'll end it there. It's pink powerbait worm on little jig head. This one I think it's either 64th or 48th ounce. Either one will work as long as it keeps it down. The 100th ounce will probably work too. It's just sometimes that 100th ounce, if the water's on at all, it gets kicked back up. But yeah, pink powerbait worm. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day.